Good morning, class 9th students. Today we will take the chapter of class 9, The Happy Prince. The writer of this story is Oscar Wilde. This story highlights the three themes. The first theme is that spiritual beauty or inner beauty is more important than the outward beauty. The real beauty is love, compassionate heart and sacrifice. The prince and the swallow lost their outward beauty to attain inner beauty by helping the poor and needy. The second theme is the love, charity and sacrifice that make the life going on in the world. The third theme of the story is that there is a huge gap between the rich and the poor. We should help the poor and needy people in the society so that they are able to lead a happy life. So students, now I am telling you the summary of this story in detail. There stood the statue of the happy prince on a tall column in the city. He was gilded all over. He had thin leaves of fine gold. He had two bright sapphires for eyes. A large ruby glowed on his sword hilt. A little swallow came and sat on the statue. He decided to spend the night on it, but as he was going to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him. The swallow was amazed. There was no cloud, yet it rained. The second drop of the water made the swallow decide to fly off. The third drop of water made him to look at the statue. It was weeping. Now, it said that when it was alive, it had not known what tears were. His courtiers called him a happy prince. As you have seen, the title of this story is The Happy Prince. Now he sat very high. He saw the miseries of the city. The happy prince told the swallow that there lived a woman far away. She was a seamstress. She was embroidering flowers on the satin gown of the queen's maid of honor. The maid was to wear it at the next court ball. In the bed there lay ill her little boy. He was suffering from fever. The happy prince asked the swallow to pick the ruby from his sword hilt. He should give that to the woman. First the swallow said that his friends had gone to Egypt and they were waiting for him there, but the happy prince again requested him to stay one night. The swallow agreed. He picked up the ruby and flew to the woman's house. He put the ruby near the woman's thimble. He also fanned the boy's forehead. The boy felt a bit better. He sank into a deep slumber. The swallow flew back to the happy prince. He felt warmer, though it was cold. The happy prince told him that it was because he had done a good act. The swallow wanted to fly Egypt, but the happy prince told him to stay one more night, so that he told the swallow that he saw a playwright in a little room. He was trying to finish a play for the director of the theatre, but he was too cold to write. He was hungry also. He asked the swallow to pluck one sapphire from his eye and give that to the playwright. The playwright saw the sapphire. He became very happy. Now he hoped that he would finish the play. The swallow went to the happy prince. He told him that he had come to bid him goodbye, but the happy prince again requested him to stay there. The happy prince told the swallow that there was a little match girl in the square below. All her matches had fallen in the gutter. Her father would beat her. When she will tell this to her father, she was crying, he asked the swallow to pluck out the sapphire from his other eye and give that to her. The swallow flew with the sapphire. He put the sapphire into the little girl's hand. The swallow flew back to the happy prince. He told the prince that he would stay with him as he had gone blind. The happy prince asked him to fly over the city and tell him what he saw. He told the swallow that the most marvelous thing was human suffering and human misery was the greatest misery. The swallow flew over the city. He saw hungry children. He also saw many poor people. The happy prince asked him to take leaf after leaf of the fine gold over his body and give to them. The poor now laughed and the children started to play. Then there came the snow, then frost. Everything looked white. The poor little swallow grew colder and colder, but he did not leave the happy prince. However, he could no longer keep himself alive. He at last knew that he was going to die. The swallow asked the prince to let him kiss his hand. The prince told him that he was happy. He was going to Egypt, so he told him to kiss him on the lips, but the swallow told him that he was not going to Egypt. He was going to the house of death, and he fell down dead. At that moment, there appeared a crack inside the statue. The heart of the happy prince broke into two. The dead swallow lay at its feet. The next morning, the mayor and the town councillors came that way. They looked at the statue. They declared that the happy prince was no longer beautiful, so he was no longer useful. They melted the statue in the furnace, but the broken heart did not melt. It was thrown away. God asked one of his angels to bring him the two most precious things in the city. The angel brought him the leaden heart of the happy prince and the dead bird. God told that in the garden of paradise, the little bird would sing forever. The happy prince would praise him forever in his city of gold. So students, this is the sad story of the happy prince, and as you know, the writer is Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde is very famous for his stories. The most powerful message is it is very essential to help the poor and the downtrodden in society. The second message is we must be sensitive to the people who are suffering, especially the poor, and help them out. This will reduce their suffering and help them to stand up. This story highlights the virtues of kindness and pity towards others. It also talks about sacrifice towards others. The happy prince could have retained his precious stones on his body and retained his glory, but he decided to give them all away to help the poor and needy. This shows the sacrifice done by him. So student, a very interesting story, and you are able to understand this. Thank you students.